Hello, everyone in Facebook land. I am Karen Keener of The Sovereign Mom, and today we are doing oil class on Friday, every Friday at noon, Mountain Daylight Savings Time. I am coming live to talk to you about various oils. And today we are talking about neroli oil, and I have some resources set out for you. But I also had another really important thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today as I am speaking about oils in general and just the libertarian anarchy philosophy in general. And that is a saying I will call knowing is not doing. And I wanted to bring this up because throughout the week, I've been working with various oils to help with various issues. My skin in particular, I've been taking neroli oil and chamomile and putting them on various blemishes and just on my skin in general. It's smoothing it out, making it look younger. But I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit this week. And my kids got sick. So I applied oils for their health issues, conditions. I used a system called Symphony of Cells. And it's a beautiful, what do I say? It is a beautiful way of applying oils that helps to promote healing in the body for various different conditions or ailments and such. So it is definitely supportive to the body. And so we used those and it really was helpful. I love them. I love Symphony of Cells. I cannot endorse it enough. And so we did that. And then also, on a more personal note, my husband had a little spot on his nose, like just a little, and it's dark spot and it was flaky. And I was like, okay, that could be cancerous. So let's get to treating them. And I know what to do to treat that because I've treated my own before. Um, and I'm using treatment, whatever, for my own personal use. This is how I have treated myself, and I'm going to use that word and whatever, Facebook come after me. Um, for my own conditions. And in one case, it appeared to be, or a couple of cases where I saw something that looked suspicious on my skin, and I applied particular oils to that area. I doused a cotton pad in a vitamin C and water mixture, so it was saturated with the vitamin C, and put the cotton pad on. So what I wanted to get at with the knowing is not doing is that I told my husband about all this stuff and he was like, okay, I can do that. But then he didn't. And so I had to really kind of press him to be responsible about it because we talk about using oils and herbs and different treatments. Well, I guess we won't call them treatment. Treatments is it's one of those words that's co-opted and you can get sued for using. So I will say remedies. So we have applied various remedies to be very careful here with our language in oil class. I have applied various remedies to different conditions, situations, and symptoms and found benefit. And my the thing is with these remedies, we have to use them. Knowing you can use them is not the same as using them. In a lot, you could read all the cooking books in the world, but if you've never been in a kitchen and actually prepared a dish, it's an untested, unproven theory is what you have. And I find a lot of anarchists and libertarians love the theory of anarchy and libertarianism, love the ideals, yet don't test them, don't prove them in their kitchen, and we have to be very careful that we are not speaking upon things adamantly, vehemently that we haven't proved in our own lives personally. And so I just wanted to throw that out there because I know there's a lot of people that are adamant about the ways to raise children, treat children, and they have 0.0 fucking children. And I'm just saying this, they know who they are. But it's a theory until it's proven. And there's a lot of people out there proving it. And it's really annoying to prove a theory or test a theory and find out, you know what, not all of this was practical. And say that as a parent, as a person really wanting that theory to work and hearing back, you just didn't do it right from someone who's never fucking done it. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm just going to be really loud and bombastic about it because it's one of those things, especially I think as parents, we always hear like, I'm going to be this kind of parent. I'm going to be that. And we've said it ourselves. And then boy, we've been made to eat our fucking words, you know? So I'm going to be very lively in this broadcast leading up to the calming essential oil of neroli and its uses and benefits. I just want to say that, yes, there are people that know a lot but don't do fucking shit about it and have no practical experience or application to know whether something was or was not even practical, was or was not even all together. It might work for one person and not another. And we get a lot of this also with the dietitians that, it's one size fits all. And that's what it is until menopause. And then they're like, what the fuck? This didn't even work. Or pregnancy. And then it just didn't pan out. And so we see a lot of this in the world around us. And I just want to say, knowing is not doing. And I don't want to just say it as a condemnation. I want to say get yourself out there and try things. Because even with me, like where I fell off the wagon with applying my skincare and whatnot for a few days because my kids were sick and everything was hectic and crazy. And I just let my self-care go. And definitely that is effective in a lot of ways in my life that it's spilling out. Not just that my skin didn't get treated, but I didn't treat myself to the love and the nurturance that I required. Luckily, though, I did do a lot of other things for myself health-wise that, again, knowing it's not doing, you might have a bunch of herbs and supplements in your shelf, but you're not actually using them. And so I stayed up with my teas, taking care of myself with various herbal remedies that I have in my cabinet. I had to actually pull them out and put them in into my little filter and use the teas and the herbal remedies this week. So put a lot of my proven knowledge to the test. And so far, I am not sick. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Which is a good thing. I didn't want to get sick, and thankfully I am not. But yes, I wanted to say that right up front. So if you're watching this to find out about oils, we'll get there. But with oils, it's the same thing. Having all the oils, knowing that you can use them is not the same as putting it to practice and saying, okay, I need to lay the kids down on a blanket and give them a Symphony of Cells process and see how that benefits them and helps them. And so I didn't even do that as much as I should or could have. And that's one of those things where you look back and go, okay, yeah, I see I could have done that more. I could have encouraged more of the use of the oils this week, and it might have benefited us in shortening the span of and duration of the illness or the condition. I don't know. All right, let's get on with it. Neroli oil it's from an orange blossom, from the bitter orange blossom. It is literally my favorite oil. I love the smell of this. And now I'm sitting here, I'm going, I don't have a neroli oil on me and I want to smell it while I'm doing the class. Hey, Juna, I know you're like keep peeking in on me over there. Do you see neroli oil on the shelf? It would be in the middle shelf, middle of the middle shelf. And it's a tall bottle. It's a tall roller bottle, and it has an orange label. It says Neroli, Neroli. Middle, I think it's the middle shelf or the second to the bottom shelf. In the middle one. Do you see it? Okay, you're close. N comes right before O, so it'll be just before the N, or before the O is the Neroli. It'd be just before it to the left. Sorry. Anyway, I'll keep talking and hopefully he finds it. Let's talk a little bit about this. Neroli is primarily produced in France, Spain, North Africa, Italy, and the Comoro Islands. Essential oil is distilled from, thank you, my trusty assistant. This is my Neroli. Oh, I'm not supposed to share the brand that I use, but you can see. I'm going to sniff it. No, I needed Neroli, not Nioli, Kimball. That's Nioli, not Neroli. He brought me the right one. Out, out, out. Okay. Thank you. Out, out. I have to send them out of the room or they'll just like hover and try to get in the camera while I'm doing a class. I love this smell. This is literally my favorite oil. It's an orange blossom. It's known as an aphrodisiac and it balances, so it's kind of adaptogenic, I guess, in this way. It has also been known as a anti-hysteria, which means calming the arousal. In dream heightened dream arousal state has been known as an anti-hysterical. At the same time, it's known as an aphrodisiac. So it is obviously got some kind of adaptogenic thing going on, which is lovely, that it balances the libido and whatnot. Okay. We're reading from the Aromatherapy Workbook, Marcel Lavab. I believe this is available on the Sovereign Mom, and I will put a link to that at the end of the show notes. It's extracted from the bitter orange. However, blossoms of other citrus oils are sometimes distilled to create the same neroli, but it is typically from bitter orange. Neroli essential oil was already being produced by the beginning of the 16th century. It became a fashionable perfume when the Duchess of Neroli started using it to scent her gloves. The hydrolate obtained by distillation of bitter blossom is more commonly known as orange flower water. So they use it in a, and that can be used for skin care, like a spritz of orange flower water, the neroli distilled into a water. And it also is used in baking, it says, pastry making. So anything like a lovely orange blossom flavor smell. It is soothing, digestive, and carminative. I had to look that up. That means anti-flagellant. So if you're having gas or something like that, this is a great oil for that use. Its medicinal properties are antidepressant, antispasmodic, sedative, diminishes the amplitude of heart muscle contractions, aphrodisiac, stimulant of the heart chakra. So you could place this oil on, I have my blouse on. I don't want to pull it down too much, but you can place it right on the chest here. And lovely. It is so my favorite. I personally love blending it with some weird thing, some spicy stuff. So I mix it with a little cardamom and a little cedar and neroli, and that is kind of my signature fragrance. I love neroli. It's just it's the most lovely of all of the essential oils to me. It's my personal favorite. Its indications are for insomnia, hysteria, anxiety, depression, nervous tension, palpitations, diarrhea related to stress, skin care, dry or sensitive skin, which I found I have dry skin, but also sensitive. And I was having all those breakouts a week or so ago, and I was calming everything down. Grief, emotional shock, mild remedy for infants' colic to send them to sleep. So that's a wonderful potential use. So that is essential oils or an aromatherapy book, Marcel Levab. I believe available. If not, it will be today. Available on the sovereignmom.com shop TSM. And I will put a link in the notes to use that. Now we're moving on to the Modern Essentials Handbook. We're going to look at Neroli in here, what they have to say. That might be different. Let me pop my glasses off since these are distance glasses and I'm reading. They're saying antibacterial, antidepressant, anti-infectious, anti-parasitic, antiseptic, antispasmodic, antiviral, aphrodisiac, deodorant. Well, it is a lovely fragrance, sedative, and tonic. Neroli has been regarded traditionally by the Egyptian people for its great attributes of healing mind, body, and spirit. It brings everything into focus of one and at the moment. That's lovely. So it's bringing that centeredness, oneness, being present in this specific present moment. Lovely spiritual ideal correlated with this oil. The body systems affected by this oil are our digestive system and skin. It says many of the stretch marks, PMS, wrinkles. I saw several medical studies backing up its use for people with, they were being treated for high blood pressure, but also looking at their, golly, I'm saying a lot, sorry. I'm trying to catch things, mental things from the ethers. Cortisol levels, that's the word I was looking for. Their cortisol, and it showed, so it said that it was very promising for future studies and uses with people with blood pressure issues and cortisol issues, and also calming people in first stages of labor. There's a medical study on that, and then a medical study on uses for women going through PMS. There's some studies on that. So, and menopause, helping symptoms of menopause in various medical studies. Lovely. Its aromatic influence. Neroli has some powerful soothing psychological effects. It is calming and relaxing to the body and spirit, may also help to strengthen and stabilize the emotions and bring relief to seemingly hopeless situations. It encourages confidence, courage, joy, peace, and sensuality. Lovely. I think it's a very sensual smell. I love it. I cannot tell you how much I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I get my glasses off. Now we're going to the Bored Housewives book. Butterfly Miracles with Essential Oil. I call it the Bored Housewives because it just looks so cheesy, but it's full of great information. This is also available on the Sovereign Mom website. You can purchase it through my affiliate link. I should say the disclaimer is I profit from qualifying. I profit from qualifying purchases. As an Amazon affiliate, I may profit from qualifying purchases. So, you got that. Neroli. Lovely. It has, we talked about most of these, so I'm just going to skip to the things we haven't talked of. Affinity for nerves and nervous system, skin tissues, 2nd, 4th, and 5th meridians, and the crown chakras. Aromatic considerations. The aroma of neroli oil has powerful effects on our minds and emotions. It is calming, relaxing, uplifting, and encourages confidence. It promotes feelings of joy, peace, and hope, as we read a moment ago. Wonderfully diffused neroli can also be diluted and applied anywhere on the body. There's almost, it says in here, cautions. There are no known cautions for the use of neroli essential oil. It's very safe oil. Even the more conservative British schools of thought in aromatherapy therapy, consider neroli oil to be totally non-irritating. Neroli oil may be used on the skin even where irritation and redness are present. And I did that last week, and it was lovely, and it calmed all the redness down, and you can see my face is looking a lot better from the use of neroli and Roman chamomile oil. Emotional, spiritual, and mental aspects. That's what we go to this book for. We love that. So they have always like your spiritual uses, which I love. They say Neroli essential oil reawakens passion and sensitivity. It can change negative outlooks and bring us renewed hope. Neroli can help us trust our own intuition and good sense in the making of choices. You have a choice to make? Maybe try neroli. Neroli is renowned around the world for relieving nervous tension, promoting restful sleep, and elevating the mood. Neroli has been used successfully to treat depression, anxiety, and shock. It is calming, relaxing, because it stabilizes the emotions and encourages confidence and courage. This is my favorite part right here. Neroli is particularly appropriate for anyone who has become timid or withdrawn. It can help them with cynicism and despair. Neroli helps to alleviate feelings of nothing changes, nothing ever will. Are you feeling that right now? I mean, with especially my people that are anarchists and libertarian people, it can start to feel like nothing changes and nothing ever will. And this oil will relieve you of that feeling. And I have a little buddy here. Keeps climbing in and trying to sneak around here for some reason. All right, out you go. Flee. Flee, my beautiful child. My beautiful, beautiful children. Neroli fosters independence and trust in our possibilities for a good future. So if you want to start building up your trust in the idea that things can get better, I mean, it could even be the situations with inflation or your financial issues. And I feel like we want to turn to things that rather than confirm our belief that things are not well and are not going to get better. I think it's a really important time to turn to things that encourage us and inspire hope, and goodwill, and open our minds even through our senses. And oils are very sensual, to the idea, the possibility of things getting better, opening up to those possibilities. A little part of me wants to do like a prayer treatment, I was trained in prayer practitionership, although I am not certified through the church because the church and I split ways, but I was trained in prayer practitionership, and I feel like offering some kind of prayer right now. This is April. April is a month where my tapping group focuses on abundance, and we are really in a strange time we're just at a strange time in the world right now. And so I feel like prayers are needed. Thoughts and prayers are actually beneficial and needed. And whatever you can do to treat your mind to open up to the idea that there are still limitless we still live in an abundant universe showered by the blessings of heavens and earth, and that we are walking into these footsteps that are the golden tiles that we lay out with our thoughts. The thought, our future is laid out for us by the thoughts that we think, that the positive ideals we focus on, that we nurture. And if we don't nurture that positive aspects, the positive possibilities, our life just continues to get smaller and smaller. If you're not growing, you're dying. There's this decay. And so to strengthen those ideas of things expanding, we live in an expansive universe. So things are always getting bigger and better, even on a tiny cellular level that we're not looking at. there is evolution happening. And when we see decay, it's where evolution wasn't allowed to happen, or it wasn't happening, or it was being constricted or forced down. And a lot of times we don't realize that we're forcing down or constricting our own evolution and growth by constantly looking for things in the world to confirm our doomsday negative thinking. And I want to encourage people today to look beyond, to reach for the Neroli essential oil, reach for the things that expand the possibilities that things can get better, and they will get better. So with that, maybe I will end with a prayer that there is an infinite universe. There is an expansive universe that we live in, that there is this one power of expansion happening here and now in this present moment, that I know that there is this one light, this one life, this one love, this one joy. I know it. I feel it. When I feel it, I think it, I encourage it to happen in my life. And as I know that this one thing that is expanding is happening in me, I know it is happening as all the cells in my body, as all the synapses in my mind, bringing me creative ideas, bringing forth creative inspiration and intuition. And I know that this inspiration and intuition is being affirmed as I think these thoughts and put to work these inspirational ideas, that things come back to me, that I am supported, that I am provided for, that I am divinely uplifted. And I know that this is true in me, as me, and through me. And as I know that this is the absolute truth for me about the universe around me and about the universe that is happening in me, the cosmos, the macrocosm of the universe happening on a microcosmic level, as all of these little tiny particles in my body, the cells and the atoms and all the atomic particles are held together in space, and that there is light just at the tiniest spots. There's light popping in and out of reality as these new thoughts happen that support these ideas. The universe wants to evolve. It wants to expand. It wants to support, uplift everyone around me. And as I know it is true for me, I know it is true for everyone else listening to this right now, being part of this, being brought together in this moment through this power of these words that I speak. We were given the power of the word. The word is the word. It is not something else. It is the word. It is made manifest in man. And its creative potential, its limitless creative potential is imbued in me and bestowed upon me. I'm made in the likeness and image of the divine with these properties bestowed upon me. And I know this is true for everyone listening today, that their lives are expanding in creative ways, financially, in health, in all their environment, that things are getting better, always improving, always being uplifted. And as I know this is true for me, I am thankful for this power, this creative power bestowed upon me to speak these words into reality, into manifestation, into the light of form, from nothingness to form. I know that this creative power that is bestowed upon me through this creator, through this expansive universe, through this ongoing uplifting cycle and circle of life, I am so grateful. And I release this word. I release this creative power into the manifestation, into the divine unfoldment that is beyond me, that is beyond my words, beyond everything I can conceive happening here and now. And as I release this word into the spirit unfolding and manifesting of this giant creative universe, I give my greatest thanks and I let it go, knowing it is already so. It is already happening in so many people and touching so many lives. And I say, so it is. So it is. Amen. If you were touched by this today, please feel free to continue to follow and like my posts. Please feel free to share some inspiration that you received from this today with everyone else. Please enhance your life through thinking of things and knowing things and supporting yourself through ideas that are positive and encouraging. through things that are uplifting, that are bringing you empowerment and not confirming the negative for yourself. You have to make a case for being happy. And this is a time in history when it is most needed that we become the representation and the defenders of the joy of life more than ever, I think. It's this life. It's here and now. There's never been a better time than now to do any of this stuff. And it's time now. Now is it. Now is the only time that we have to do it. So jump in, dive in. I love you guys. Thank you. I will have all the show notes here, and feel free to listen to that prayer treatment for your mind if it helped and stimulated an idea of possibility and positivity and love in you and creativity, inspiration. Please listen to it over and over again at your leisure. And obviously, it's all free. It's all here. It's all now. Be blessed by it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of another fabulous Freedom Friday. I'm always happy to have you here in this realm, this ethereal realm of now with me. And I appreciate all of you for watching and joining. I don't have my phone, so I can't see who was on with me today, but hopefully you were blessed by it. The knowledge, the prayer, the thought, the philosophy, and be well. Be well. Have a fabulous Freedom Friday today, and everyone have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you soon. Much love.